Aloha everyone, this is my little girl Cupie. She's 11 years old and I noticed her lip started swelling up, her upper lip started swelling, so I immediately made a vet appointment and the doctor said that she has swelling on her upper lips that possibly could be some kind of allergic reaction. So the first thing they did was give her steroid injection and antibiotics to get the swelling down. So I took her home and the swelling was going down. A month later, it just got worse. You'll see the next photo later. So I took her in for another visit. It was a month later after after the initial swelling, and the second visit they gave her another steroid injection shot and more antibiotics, and this time she was given a medication called Atopica, so which I have to administer every day until the entire bottle is used up. So I've been doing that, but somewhere in the middle of the month, by the second week, she started losing her fur. She was over salivating and she wasn't acting herself anymore. So I had to stop. I called the vet. I told her that she's having side effects and she was losing weight and this is not good. So I told them I just stopped the meds. So they said okay. So 1.5 months went by and the swelling just got worse, and the swelling went up to her nose. So what happened was that I have to make another vet appointment, and the two initial vet appointment already costed me over $1,200. I mean that's a lot of money. That's a lot of setback for me already. So it doesn't matter. I have to get her back to the vet. We need a solution. And I called the vet. It was about a week and a half ago from this video I'm recording right now. And they said, oh, so sorry. We can't get her into an appointment until May 31st of this month. And I'm like, I can't wait. Her lips is bleeding from the swelling. So I said, you know what, I said, okay, you know what, hold on, I'll get back to you. And then I called my friend and I found out that she had a new veterinarian and a new clinic that just had opened up. And she said, you know what, you should take Cupie there. I was kind of injured, so she took Cupie there for me. And luckily, the veterinarian there is a cat specialist, accredited of over 50 years of experience, and him and his colleagues also do volunteer work on the island of Lanai, and apparently there's a cat sanctuary there that I had no idea about. So they look after 7,000 cats there. So I already know this guy is legit. And as soon as he saw Cupie, he already knew what it was. It's an autoimmune disease. She does not have an allergy reaction to food or fleas or insects. So he right off the bat, he already knew, but he wanted to make sure. So he did an overall physical checkup on her. He said her eyes are clear, ears are clear, lungs are clear. She has a very strong heart for an 11-year-old cat, and her fur coat is immaculate. So he said, with that being said, she most likely has an autoimmune disease. It could be cancerous, but at this point, it's just an autoimmune disease. So he administered some drugs for her to kind of block that autoimmune disease. So this is a second photo when it was getting worse. I do have a third photo, which I will not share with you because she does not look really well in that next photo, and I wouldn't want to do that to her. So basically her lips swelled even further than this picture, and her nose is swollen as well. So my point is, always get a second opinion from a better veterinarian who's experienced in, if you have cats, he's a cat specialist, a dog specialist, avian specialist, rat specialist, mice specialist, whatever is always get that second opinion. So with that being said, I fired my original veterinarian because they were guesstimating what QP has. They couldn't properly diagnose her when my new veterinarian can. So always get a second opinion and don't get ripped off because he charged me a fraction of the cost, to get her diagnosed and properly checked and get a proper diagnosis, So anyway, with that being said, everyone, thank you for listening, and don't get ripped off by a veterinarian who's just money hungry and trying to, if you love your animal, get them the best treatment, get them the best veterinarian you can find. I mean, it's not easy sometimes, but with a lot of research, you can do that. So everyone, thank you for listening. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Aloha.